Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for providing me with this opportunity to talk in front of such a great audience and for the opportunity to share our ideas and pieces of our research with you. So, the subject of my talk is applying CLIL, content and language integrated learning for teaching entrepreneurship and neuromarketing. But before I get down to the essence, actually, and to the ideas which we try to apply there, I would like uh, to give you some background information as far as teaching English within Russian educational system is concerned. In the early 2000s, Russia joined the Bologna process, and as in other European countries, we also established this system of bachelor and master studies, this two-stage process. And in contrast, I guess, to many European countries, the English language, is one of the disciplines which is studied thoroughly throughout all this time. Students attend their bachelor studies and their master studies. So I guess this is the information you should be aware of before we start talking about how we apply the CLIL for teaching the above mentioned disciplines. So English is paid particular attention. Okay, so where do I start? Um, as I said, the subject of my talk is applying CLIL for teaching entrepreneurship and neuromarketing, actually within higher educational system. I'm sure you know what CLIL stands for, but just in case, just to be on the safe side, this is the concept within which both language and the subject are studied. To be more precise, the subject is studied with the help of a foreign language. So, as people say, you kill two birds with one stone. Simultaneously, you study the subject, and also you study you make your English speaking competence or like any language competence better. The term itself, CLIL, was coined in the early 90s by a Finnish researcher, Marsh, and it was the logical result of European integration, bilingualism, various theories of second language acquisition, and many other things. Nowadays, CLIL is being actively used by many educational institutions, and lots of researchers believe this is a very useful tool, which should be applied and should be used on a full scale. Oh well, however, there are certain doubts, if I may put it like that. Some researchers believe that CLIL is too complex a task to apply it in the right way, that it can malfunction, and it requires too many efforts on teacher's side, and there are also other doubts. But still, irrespective of all these reservations, the majority of researchers think that CLIL can be successfully applied within secondary education and higher education as well. All right, so this is the slide about this content and language integrated learning. we decided, let me tell you how we came to this idea, in fact, to use this CLIL for teaching neuromarketing and entrepreneurship. About 2 years ago, when we sat together and tried to devise the program for our master students, the program of English language learning, actually. They had their English classes being bachelors, then they continue having English classes when they join the master's program. And somehow we did realize that there is nothing that there is practically nothing we can teach them in terms of the English language. Oh, definitely, you can go in depth, or you can study advanced grammar. You can try to enlarge the vocabulary, which is unlimited, in fact, and so on and so forth. However, we had a feeling that it was not really necessary. We had been doing that before, trying to devise something really complicated and challenging for our master students. However, we all felt, the faculty, we felt that we can't give them anything which will help them to advance in their language further. So uh, it was our decision to try to apply CLIL when teaching neuromarketing and entrepreneurship. These are the two majors which are studied currently at our university, which is, by the way, called Moscow State Institute of International Relations. And one of the numerous majors which our master programs offer, actually two of the numerous majors, are neuromarketing and entrepreneurship. Just for your just small reference, neuromarketing is actually the use of neuroscience tools and methods to in marketing of goods and products, because they believe that most of these buying decisions we make they're made subconsciously, so we don't know ourselves how we decide in favor of this or that product or service. So neuromarketing helps actually to helps customers to make this buying decision with the help of these different neuroscience techniques. No, entrepreneurship, or I guess, well, it doesn't need any explanation. It's a more traditional major, which has been taught for quite a while. The process of creating a new enterprise and bearing of its risk with the view of making a profit. I'm sure you all know all that. All right. So we realized that there is nothing we can give in terms of language. So we decided, why not give them the subjects they actually are to master in English. And this was the essence of our experiments. So the details are just in front of you. Two groups. So we had more or less similar age, or more or less similar experience of speaking English, something like that. So instead of just purely teaching them English, we decided to deal with their neuromarketing and entrepreneurship. Definitely, we had lots of doubts before we started this particular program. First of all, teachers, they were just three of us. We felt we were not competent enough or to try to teach people this neuromarketing stuff and entrepreneurship stuff. So with the help of our in-house experts, we had a kind of crash course of neuromarketing and entrepreneurship, and they read it for us, for teachers. And we were quite happy because it gave us, no, I don't say that we immediately after this crash course, we became great experts at neuromarketing or entrepreneurship, but still we developed certain understanding what these things were and what they were about. Also, we were concerned about the materials, resources we would use when using this CLIL model. And this is just an example of those books, textbooks, to be more precise, we made use of. These are actual textbooks which introduce this kind of things to students. And here we went quite traditional way, getting students familiar with the separate chapters of each book and then checking the understanding. Also, we prepared our own resources. For instance, we took, say, TED Talks from TED Talk platform, certain speeches devoted to, in this case, I guess this is neuromarketing. The guy, yes, this guy is talking about neuromarketing. And based on his delivery, on his speech, we created particular assignments. Actually, this is the extract of his speech with certain words missing, and with the help of multiple choice, we encourage our students to find the most appropriate definition. Also, we made use of translation work, translating both from English into Russian and from Russian into English. As you can see, I guess from the upper part of this slide, where it is the translation from English into Russian, we include here all this necessary terminology and jargon, which is used by neuroscientists so that our students can master it. And also we make use of very simple or very traditional exercises. However, we made them we make them ourselves. Like in front of you, there is a piece devoted to entrepreneurship where prepositions are just missing. This is just an extract of some text devoted to entrepreneurship, and prepositions are just missing. So you see, there is a bit of language work provided. Although we like to refer to our model as hard CLIL, because there is hard CLIL where the whole concentration is on the subject, not on the language. There is soft CLIL where there is less concentration on the subject and there is also concentration on the language. We refer to our model as hard CLIL. Oh, well, definitely after the first semester we taught our groups, we were very interested how they felt, what their impressions were. Did they find it useful or absolutely useless? For this purpose, we devised a questionnaire. It actually had 6 questions, but this is just an example of the first 2 questions included. And our subjects were to fill out this questionnaire so that we could know. Well, the answers we received were absolutely, they coincided with our expectations, and we all were really happy with that positive response we received. For example, here is the percentage of those who felt confident about the course before it started. You see, like it's almost 25% of people. 25%, I'm sorry, 20, almost, I guess 24 people feeling quite confident, with the smaller number of people feeling not very confident. And here you see we asked our subject to assess how efficient the course was. And again, as you can see, the majority of the experiment participants assessed it really as a good one. No one felt it was bad or anything. And here are some more questions where you can see that all the participants agreed that the course extended their knowledge in their major, which they were to master, and also improved their proficiency in English. And I guess this is the final question, the importance of this combination of the English language and professional sphere. And you see again, for the overwhelming majority, it was definitely important. Oh, well, I guess this is the main things I wanted to share with you. This is definitely a very just a very not detailed or without any. This is the description of this program of ours without any details, and within this period of time I talked to you, I cannot really fit all these waves over emotions, feelings, doubts, and things we had. But I would say that for 2 years we have been successfully applying this CLIL model, and we are definitely happy with it. No doubt, it requires additional efforts from teachers' side, because you have to put in more time in preparation for class as well. It's evident. However, I guess it pays off, and I feel a kind of I feel really satisfied after the course is over, and I feel our students are enriched. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.